Here's Diego Simeone. Barca were hit by injuries for the first game. They were without Rashford, Rafinha and Pedri. And here comes maybe an opportunity. It's taken away here by Griezmann. Always puts in a shift at the back, Antoine Griezmann. Pedri. Outside here to the left-hand side is Cancelo. Back at Barca on a loan deal. Went to at ease in Saudi Arabia, and he wanted back, and it came at a time when Barca had needed some cover in that left-back position. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty, mostly from the fans there. Griezmann once again. Garcia, the new goalkeeper, brought in this season at Barca from their crosstown rivals, Espanyol. Here comes an opportunity for Rafinha to stretch his legs down the left, tries for that early ball. It comes loose, cleared away from the penalty area. And Griezmann, most of his contributions so far have been sitting deep and trying to send a ball upfield to a teammate. Lookman. Played back by Koke, the veteran player of this Atletico Madrid side. Nice turn from Giuliano Simeone. Wanted that 1-2, which Griezmann was trying to play. And Griezmann pushes up, trying to apply some pressure on his fellow countryman. And there we see Eric Garcia unavailable for this game after his red card in the first leg. Watches on from the stands. He would have been an option to come on had he not been suspended. This one brought across. Rafinha once again trying a low delivery. Ball's been returned to him. Right footed shot from him. Goes into the side netting. Well, Barca with their first half chance of the contest. Musso was significantly convinced to make the dive to his right. Giuliano Simeone will try and keep tabs on the towering presence that is Kubarsi. An interesting delivery there, and the ball goes wide. About half the stadium thought that had gone in. It was Ferran Torres who connected on the bounce, trying to nudge that on its way. And it's wide of the mark from Torres. Just stepped in front of Cardoso. So many stories of new signings at Atleti who were wondering why Diego Simeone was giving such a hard time to one of the young players, only to find out it was one of his footballing sons. A couple of loan spells at Zaragoza and Alaves have helped Simeone learn his craft. This ball still in the box. The double back there, a couple of step-overs from Lamine Yamal, and a first opportunity from close range for Barcelona, and it's turned outside. This was the run, took a deflection. Once again, it's Ferran Torres. This time he drives it into the ground and wide of the mark. And it's been on their travels where they've been made to suffer a little. We are halfway through the first half here. They've been unable to get so much as a half chance. Here's Lookman. Might change that, but he'll have to go at two defenders, one of which slides in on him. It was Pau Kubarsi. Balde. Left-footed shot here. Musso pushed it away, and Rafinha was not quite positioned well enough for the follow-up. He'd stayed back. Kubarsi. Well, they seem fairly content, Atletico Madrid, just to let Cubarsí and Gerard Martin have the ball. It's when it comes to one of the midfield players, they apply the squeeze. This has been cut back. Where's Griezmann going? Well, takes a set of touches there that showed his confidence on the ball. Musso was perhaps a little more panicked. Well, Barca could scarcely have opened up more. Some great stats for the Nigerian. Diego Simeone has asked for him to have a defensive contribution. This one is low. Musso saves. Gets down to push it away. Another shot that was too hot to handle for the goalkeeper. There's going to be another corner for Barcelona. Ferran Torres once again. And that's what's asked of him in the centre-forward role. Keep peppering the opposition goal with shots. It's taken outside. It's a nice run from Lamine Yamal. Brings it over. There's the first goal of the game. And it's siphoned home from the closest of ranges. Well, perhaps it is game on. Barcelona take the lead. It's side-footed in by Marc Bernal. 1-0 on the night, 4-1 still on aggregate to Atletico Madrid. But any potential comeback for Barca starts there. Lamine Yamal's first real opportunity to get involved on the left-hand side. Brings that across and he was unmarked. Opposition defenders had not reckoned with Bernal. They stepped off him. Llorente will have another look. He's got Griezmann with him on the near side. Still taken on here by Simeone. Griezmann into the centre. A little bit too much time taken over that ball by Johnny Cardoso. And here comes a run from Rafinha. A great slide to dispossess him. Well, it was absolutely vital that that was perfectly timed by Marc Pubi. He gets level with Rafinha. Feel too comfortable. Want to crush that belief. But it's all Barca at the moment after that Griezmann shot at the other end. This is scooped in. Still not completely cleared by Atleti. Knocked on after Griezmann's initial touch. Lookman will get back goal side as Lamine Yamal tries to take him on. Leaves it for Cancelo with the back heel. That one in from Cancelo, and it goes wide. Rafinha this time around, the Barca captain. And it starts once again with Lamine Yamal's back heel. Makes some space. Rafinha climbs over the top of Giuliano Simeone. Well, whether it was a foul or not, Rafinha's connection. Llorente. Turned back and forth by Pedri. And nobody has managed to take the ball off him so far this evening. Cancelo now. Lamine Yamal. Another one scooped over. It's a decent delivery from him. There is a fairly sharp breeze just gusting through the Camp Nou. And breezing into the boxes, Lamine Yamal tries to bring that back. It's Lookman, the player, down. Well, Lookman, coming into this game, he participated in a goal every 62 minutes. You can see that singing section in the top right of your screens. Extra stands have been opened up at the Camp Nou today. The club make a move back towards full capacity here at a stadium that is still being renovated. Simeone. Well, 3 more minutes to be played for the stoppages we've had. Most notably, that for the injury of Jules Koundé. Here's Rafinha. You see him just gritting his teeth to get the better of Cardoso. Rafinha with the strike, it goes into that empty stand behind the goal. He was trying for the top right corner. He couldn't keep the effort down. We are into the first of those 3 minutes of stoppage time. Final minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half. Ferran Torres wants this in the D with 3 players around him. Could there be a pass to him? It is Torres. Player goes down for Barca, appeal for a penalty. Well, the replay inconclusive there. We'll have a look. It's Pedri. Well, Griezmann seems pretty bemused by it all. Koke as well. Is this going to be checked? Musso will try and keep out what might be the final kick of the first half. It is Rafinha. Short run up from him. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's 2-0 to Barca. On the stroke of half-time. It is the final kick of the first half. Rafinha's delivery into the net past Musso. It is 2-0 on the night. It is still 4-2 in Atletico Madrid's favour. In the tie, we wait to see what will happen in the second half. This one is precariously poised. Half-time score, Barcelona 2, Atletico Madrid 0. The visitors, though, 4-2 up on aggregate. Well, the Barca players wait in the tunnel for the second half of this game. 45 minutes remain. Hansi Flick gives some instructions to Fermin. Saw him heavily involved in the opening 5 minutes or so and just faded slightly out of the game. And there's also João Cancelo. He had to come on to the right-hand side, having started at left back. The injury to Jules Koundé, meaning Balde came on. And there was a switch of positions for the Portuguese. So Barca will finally come out of the tunnel. There's been around about a 10-minute delay in this second half for getting underway. Barca will be going from left to right in the second period. They were all intensity in the first half. Plenty of high pressing from them. Plenty of pressure put on opposition goalkeeper Musso. Another turn and pass through was Ferran Torres. And he tried to get that series of 1-2s going. Now Lamine Yamal, he's on the right-hand side. Lamine Yamal has 2 defenders with him. That's Cancelo. Cancelo goes down. We're still to see the first yellow card in this game. It looks as if Rafinha's going to swing it in. Left-footed delivery from him. Punched away by Musso. Here's another look at Rafinha's delivery in. Just too high for Ferran Torres to connect. And a couple of players being readied maybe for Atletico Madrid. Is that Jimenez who's being warmed up perhaps? Alexander Sørloth is one of those players on the sidelines. Now Lamine Yamal cuts that back. There's the strike, pushed away by Musso. Lamine Yamal waits for this outside. Lots of space on the left flank as well. Clever footwork from Cancelo. Comeback could be on here from Barca. Lamine Yamal goes outside, he'll get to the flank, brings that to the back post, it ricochets around, set up for a follow-up strike. There'll be another one here from Ballon. Musso spills, but saves the follow-up. Well, the flag had been raised anyway, but Musso with some heroics. This Atletico Madrid backline, Lamine Yamal, is central to it all. Although we see that Rafinha was in an offside position when that shot was taken by Marc Bernal. But Sørloth as well. Sven Larsen is also a player who's attracted some headlines recently with his big money move. And Strand Larsen at Celta Vigo previously in La Liga. Here's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal's really grown into this game. Causes some chaos there with the ball with the outside of his left foot. Little toe poke just catches out the opposition defence. Just when you think you know what he's going to do, Lamine Yamal changes things up. Here's Cancelo. Cancelo goes in on Molina. That's slightly too high, and Simeone is grateful for that to go out. For Olmo, referee had little choice there. Well, taken by Joan Garcia, and was able to drop that before he stepped out of the penalty area. But it was touch and go for a moment. Here's Olmo. Olmo has Rashford there. It's intercepted by the outstretched leg of Molina. And the Barca fans and players are appealing for a back pass. It is not given. Well, two incidents involving goalkeepers either end. And potential infractions of the rules. Tripped up by his one-time Manchester City teammate, João Cancelo. Here's another look as that extra touch that would have been made, would have been a back pass, counts just as an interception from Molina. Corner taken short to Lamine Yamal. It's out here to Cancelo. Cancelo's delivering an interesting angle. Barca have scored again. Just a single goal in it now, with under 20 minutes to go. (3-0) to Barca. 3-4 on aggregate. What a grandstand finale. It's Marc Bernal, it seems, with his second goal. Great angle for the delivery from Cancelo. And Bernal connects exquisitely to beat Musso. Well, if they weren't nervous before, they will be now. Atletico Madrid. They cannot let Barca keep taking this game by the scruff of the neck. That's allowed to run across to João Garcia. Now long ball over looking for Rashford. Lets that go over his shoulder. Rashford. Oh, that's a little slice back. Olmo. Flip to the left. Oh, here's Rashford. Outside by Rashford. That floats over, may very well have gone out of play. It's back with Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal goes down, referee tells him to get back up. Leaves him with something of a conundrum in defence. Here's Rafinha, brings that one over. It didn't look confident at all from Musso as he hesitated. He's not going to hurry things up any more than required. He looked very shaky there, though, as it was clipped over. Molina helps him out with the smash away from Rafinha. Well, Barca were outclassed in the first leg. They've responded so well in the second. They are pushing Atletico Madrid all the way. And they might yet push this one further than required. It was Cancelo who went down. So just a little bit of time. Barca throwing everything they have forward. The substitutions have all been attacking from Hansi Flick. They have never let up. There's just been a couple of spells of possession to any long extent from Atleti. It's another run by Lamine Yamal. He does so well at turning on defenders, shaking them off with his hip movement. It allows Atletico Madrid an opportunity to move forward and not defend quite so deep. And there's a line of 5 attackers for Barcelona. Rafinha's kept that in play. Tries to make his way through. It's cleared towards Sørloth, but again headed by Gerard Martin. Gimenez and Araujo, the 2 Uruguayans, getting into it. This is played low. Sliced clearance out for the latest corner kick. First time we've seen him drift over to the left in the second half and line himself up for a shot, because so much of his good work has been here, cutting in from the right channel. Some delightful passes played by him. Olmo was challenging for it. Gerard Martin as well. Lamine Yamal has a look. Goes outside on Ruggeri. It's been a torrid time for Ruggeri in the second half against Cancelo and Lamine Yamal, and that one nearly turned into his own net by Gimenez, by Hanchko rather. Well, in around about a minute and a half's time, we'll be looking over at the fourth official to see how much stoppage time is going to be given. For Atletico Madrid, it's going to be a case of holding on here, because Barca are throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them. Well, Diego Simeone is on the field of play. This goes over to the far side, and there's a strike over the top. Gerard Martin side-footing that curling effort over the crossbar. Wasn't too far away there. Runs across the line. He will show for it soon enough. Dani Olmo. Finds Rafinha. So much attacking talent on display from Football Club Barcelona. And there was a leap for the ball, another appeal for a penalty. And the referee says no dice. We see the replay, it was Ruggeri. Just watching that one, so how much time to be added on? 6 additional minutes to be played at the Camp Nou. Six minutes for Barca to conjure up something special. They've had a steady stream of goals. 3 so far, but they need a 4th. Here's Lamine Yamal. Diego Simeone, an absolute fit on the sidelines. Lamine Yamal cannot stab that one through. Here's Griezmann. Finds his teammate, it's a diagonal run away. And now a question of pace. Towards the box. Clean challenge. Pau Cubarsí does a good job there. Juan Garcia ruffles his hair a bit, gives him a shove because that was a key moment. Barca have another corner. Well, a throw-in given to Barca, slightly controversially. They go forward. Araujo waiting on the line. The defence get touch tight on him. Dani Olmo picks up a position inside the box. That's flicked over by Rafinha. Rafinha knots it on. It's with Dani Olmo. Lamine Yamal, curling shot from him goes wide. Did not swerve enough to go inside the far post. Now Bernal finds Rafinha. Rafinha fails to control first time around. Here's Lamine Yamal. Maybe another run is in store from Lamine Yamal. It's blocked. Llorente nods it to Antoine Griezmann, and we're into the final minute of stoppage time. It's a delicate clip down the line to Llorente. Llorente tries to hold on to it, outnumbered 3-1. Offside flag goes up against Ruggeri. Ready to celebrate. Qualification for the final of the Copa del Rey, and victory does go to Atletico Madrid. Barcelona win the battle, Atletico Madrid win the war, because the aggregate score of 4-3 in Atleti's favour is enough to see them through to the final. They book their place at La Cartuja. Meanwhile, Barca eliminated from this competition that they've won more than anyone else. Late on, Barca were pushing and pushing and pushing for goal number 4. Well, Lamine Yamal exits down the tunnel. Well, it was an extended spell of possession for Real Madrid, but they make nothing of it. That's another look. Well, plenty of trickery from Arda Güler. It didn't make too many inroads from that. In fact, only served to take him further away from goal.